Peace to everybody. This is about Michael Jackson's hyperbaric oxygen chamber found 10 years after his death. And as you can see here in the picture is Michael Jackson, the king of pop. There was a rumor in the 1980s that Michael Jackson owned a hyperbaric oxygen chamber and the king of pop slept in the rejuvenation tank because he allegedly thought it was extremely healthy and would prolong his life. The Daily Mail tracked down a hyperbaric oxygen tank that they claim was owned and used by Michael Jackson. And so there was a lot of rumors in the 1980s that Michael Jackson owned a hyperbaric chamber. And of course, the Daily Mail, they tracked it down to find a hyperbaric oxygen tank that Michael Jackson allegedly had used. In 1986, there was a photo of Michael Jackson appearing to be sleeping in a hyperbaric oxygen tank. Many reports circulating at the time that the rejuvenation tank was in Jackson's home and he slept in the chamber. So there was just a lot of things going on, circulating. Many reports started circulating, that he slept in that rejuvenation tank. And of course, here is the picture of Michael Jackson sleeping allegedly in the tank that he had bought that was found 10 years after his death. According to the National Enquirer, Jackson purchased the tank because he believed it could help him live to 150 years old. The chamber was said to slow the aging process. I believe if I treat my body properly, I'll live to be 150, the National Enquirer alleges, Jackson said. Yeah, so allegedly, Michael Jackson saying that if he wants to treat his body properly to be 150 years old. Now, I know it's kind of hard to believe, but these hyperbaric oxygen chamber tanks, they really don't make you to be 150 years old, really. But Michael Jackson believed that it could, but unfortunately he passed away at the age of 50, but the chamber was said to slow the aging process. But how can it slow the aging process if you're just going to keep going on living, though? Now, 10 years after Jackson's death, Michael's life-extending chamber has been located. The hyperbaric oxygen tank was found at a California warehouse. The chamber is reportedly being used by an alternative treatment company called Hyperbaric Modular Systems. So it was tracked down after 10 years. It was found in a California warehouse. So, but which warehouse was it in? That's the only thing. And of course, the chamber reportedly being used at an alternative treatment company. So, it's a pretty good size of a tank, I guess. I don't know. But being used for something. Hyperbaric oxygen chambers are generally used by burn victims, which Michael Jackson was after his accident in 1984 while filming a commercial for Pepsi. Jackson's hair caught on fire and he suffered second and third degree burns. So the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, it was supposed to be used, it was used for burn victims. So Michael Jackson did have a burn on his head during the during the Pepsi commercial that he was doing. And he did suffer second and third degree burns. Pepsi and Jackson would later settle out of court, and the soda company paid the singer $1.5 million. Jackson donated the money to the Brodum Medical Center in Culver City, California. So the Pepsi commercial paid him all that money. He took that money and donated it to the medical center, where after getting paid for that money. And of course, here's the YouTube video for the Pepsi commercial. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get in trouble. Adrian Garry, the president and CEO of HMS, claims that if Jackson would likely experience oxygen toxicity in the blood if he slept in it. Yeah, so this is what the CEO is saying, that if Jackson would likely experience oxygen toxicity that he slept in. The National Enquirer alleges that Jackson used the hyperbaric chamber to improve his health and quoted the pop star as saying, "I've taken several long naps in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and when I awoke, I felt like a new person. I've never felt better." And so the National Enquirer is allegedly trying, you know how the National Enquirer is, they make up these stories as well. But they was trying to say that he was taking several naps in the chamber, and when he awoke, he felt like a new person. I definitely want one for my home so I can sleep in it at night. The celebrity gossip paper claims Jackson said at the time, "I plan to get one immediately." So yeah, so Michael says that he wanted to get one immediately because he felt refreshed in the chamber. In 1994, Michael expressed interest in having his own personal chamber. Garry told the Daily Mail he approached Broadman Hospital and they sold the chamber he had donated back to Michael, and it was installed in Neverland. So in 1984, Michael did express his interest of the chamber that he wanted, and he approached Broadman Hospital and said they sold the chamber he had donated back to Michael. The alleged oxygen chamber belonging to Jackson was then given to another hospital in Santa Monica. Then they gave the machine to HMS as payment for work done. Jackson allegedly owned the Seacrest 2500B model, which is now obsolete. So that particular chamber is no longer around because it's obsolete. So if you were to try to find that kind of chamber, you won't find it because it's no longer around. Michael Jackson flat out said that he never had an oxygen chamber in his home. In a 1993 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Jackson told Oprah that the chamber that he is seen in was for his charity, the Michael Jackson Burns Center. And first of all, I wouldn't even trust Oprah Winfrey if she did that little disaster in leaving Neverland. Michael Jackson flat out said that he never had an oxygen chamber in his home. So why are people claiming that he did if he never had one? That's stupid. It's completely made up, and I'm embarrassed, Jackson said of the rumor. There were also reports at the time that Jackson leaked a photo himself as a way to promote George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola's science fiction movie Captain EO, which he starred in. You can see talk about the hyperbaric tank as the 15-minute mark. So there was a lot of crazy things going on about it. So, Michael Jackson saying that it was made up. So, don't believe what these crazy people are saying. Oh, well, he had one in his home. No, he didn't, because I believe Michael Jackson. He never had one in his home. Here's the video of the Michael Jackson interview. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get in trouble. Jackson died on June 25th, 2009 at age 50, and it was the 10-year anniversary of his death last week. So it has been 10 years that Michael Jackson had passed away, And, it's really sad that he's gone. And of course, I know the children miss him. And it's just hard every day to live without their father. Leave your comments below. I am out.